Welcome to Darrell Walker's Coaches Show with your host, Ray Tucker.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Darrell Walker Coaches Show. Ray Tucker, the host here, the coach, Darrell Walker. We went south. We went deep south, all the way to Mobile, Alabama, down on the Gulf, and took on the Jaguars. From there, we played Troy over in Troy, Alabama. Won one and lost one. And
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about game one.
First of all, game one, we were about as cold as it was down in Mobile, Alabama. The weather was not warm down there.
It was cold in Mobile
That's
for
not
us.
the way we played when we shot the basketball. I thought the first half we played pretty good for a while. They're a very talented team. I think Coach Richard Riley has a really good basketball team, and they have a good chance to win it all. A lot of five-star guys that have transferred in, so we had our work cut out for us.
You know, when I started looking at their roster, and they started 5 Division I Power 5 conference players, a couple from Auburn, Memphis, Texas A&M, LSU. I'm like, wow, what are we in for tonight? And I found out in a hurry.
Well, we found out. I mean, we couldn't rebound the basketball, and it's such a big physical team. They're more physical than we are. We started basically 5 guards out there. I thought if we could rebound the basketball, we'd have a chance, but we didn't make any shots. And given they do, they just flat out took us out the game and beat us.
All right, highlights of the game, that game, and Troy. We'll check that out in just a moment. We'll take a break. Back with more of the Coaches Show in just a moment.
Just 40 minutes from Little Rock at the Saracen, it's always fun. Craps, poker, slot machine, lots of money will be won. Come and win or come to eat, mama, get the best steak you ever had. You want to be at the Saracen, heck, you've seen it in this ad. Woo! Saracen, whoa, come to win. Saracen, come to win.
All right, as we mentioned, game one was against South Alabama basketball team. I talked to their coach, Richard Riley, after the game, and I said to him, I was packing up my broadcast gear. I said, Coach, is this the best your team's played this year? And a big smile broke out on his face. He said, we hadn't been playing well lately, but they did on Thursday night.
They played great. They had lost, I think, maybe 3 or 4 in a row, Ray, and they came out and they got after us from the beginning. We were in the game for a while, and then after the last 3 or 4 minutes in the first half, they just kind of took us out of it and continued in the second half. We didn't rebound the ball. They're a physical basketball team. They got a lot of good players. That's the left-hand kid from Texas A&M, really good player. They have so many guys. That's the Little Rock Parkview kid right there, Franklin, who's really blossomed into a really good basketball player, physical player too.
Transfer from Auburn.
Yeah, he's an NBA athlete. He's real physical. He's averaging 4 offensive rebounds a game, so we knew that was going to be a problem.
Let me say this about South Alabama. I think the way I described it in the postgame show was we ran into a buzzsaw. They shot 60% for the game, 30 of 50.
No, it didn't let up. And let's be honest, we didn't have much resistance. They physically beat us up. They're a lot bigger team than we are. They're a more physical team. We didn't make a lot of shots. When we make shots, we have a tendency to play better defensively, and we didn't make any shots this game.
Our leading scorer and rebounder, Nicola March, still sidelined with a hamstring. The end result, we really don't have much of an inside presence.
No, we're relying on really making shots. And when we can shoot 45 to 47% from the field, we'll be in most basketball games and have a chance to win some basketball games. But when we don't shoot the ball well and we don't rebound the ball well, it's going to be a long night for us, and it was a long night for us against South Alabama.
You know, when you lose a game, the rebounding really jumps out at you. If you win a game and you get out-rebounded 10, it's no big deal.
You kind of overlook it a little bit.
Overlook that, but we got out-rebounded in this game 35-24.
No, that was the big key, and that's the key to all of our games, that we have to rebound the basketball. And when we don't, when it's more than a 10 margin, when it's over 10, 14, 15, 16 offensive rebounds, we're usually going to get beat and get beat good. And that's what happened down in South Alabama. But the play of DJ Smith and Jordan Jefferson, these guys are making the most of their opportunity right now, ready to start and play minutes, and hopefully that'll continue on the next year. And this season is definitely going to help them grow.
I don't know that I've seen a player improve as much during the course of a year as DJ Smith has, Coach.
Well, I think I did him a disfavor, Ray, by starting him early. But he came in and earned the job, so I had to start him. And I think I put too much on his plate to start off with. Then I set him down for some games, 4 or 5 games, and he was able to sit over there and be a coach and digest the game. And then when I went back to him, boy, he was ready. Give him his due. He was ready.
He's playing with a great deal of confidence. You got another freshman guard, Jordan Jefferson, who has grown, missed a number of games with a broken wrist. He's kind of banged up right now, but still playing well.
Yeah, he's banged up, and he was banged up this last game we played down in Montgomery, but he came through with some baskets for us. But if his hand wouldn't have been broke, he would have had a chance to play like DJ did early, and that could have helped him. But now he's making the most of his opportunity. I mean, I think he's averaging about 13, 14 points a game over this stretch that he's been starting.
Nice thing about it, his folks from down in Georgia. His folks were able to come over and watch this weekend.
Yeah, you can hear his father. His father's very loud and very vocal. But that was a great block right there by Franklin. He's an unbelievable athlete from Little Rock Parkview. He's turned himself into a really good basketball player.
Our guy putting the ball in the hole was Isaiah Plummer in the first half. He had 12 points in the first half, ended up with 16 for the game.
Yeah, overall, Isaiah's been playing very well. I think he's made a step because he's been able to play a lot of minutes, and you can see the growth in his game. But still, he's out there too many minutes. But the sad thing about it, we can't sub. We're so short-handed.
The real turning point in this game was the start of the second half. South Alabama came out jacking up threes, and they hit 5 in about 6 minutes, and that was Katie barred the door.
Well, they usually don't shoot the ball like that, but let's give them they do. And Richie was right when he told you that. They hadn't shot the ball like this. They've lost like 3 or 4 games in a row before they got to us, and they were prepared. He had them prepared, and they shot the ball, the daylights out of the basketball, man, and we didn't shoot it well. So no, that's a disaster right there for us.
By the way, I said they shot 60% for the game. They shot 65% the second half. Final score in this one was 77-46.
Well, they didn't miss many.
All right, we will continue our road trip to Alabama. After this game, we moved out on Friday, went over to Troy, Alabama, played there on Saturday afternoon. We'll have highlights of that game. We come back with more of the Darrell Walker Coaches Show. Stay with us.
Sport builds us up. It strengthens our bodies. It strengthens our resolve. Sport teaches us lessons of grace or humility or humanity, and that we're far more powerful together. Winning the hour or winning the year. We're winning our lives. We're winning our way. Because while a season is short, fierce is forever.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, on select models, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. See your Arkansas Best Chevy dealer.
Game 2 for the week. Trojans were wild. It was the Little Rock Trojans against the Troy Trojans and Trojan Arena, and turned out to be a good night for our Trojans.
It was a very good basketball game. I don't think we had shoot around. We just I said I wanted to rest my guys, and I did that. And they came out and they had a focus. I could tell when we were making shots and the way we were guarding those guys, and we were on the string out there defensively, man. I knew we had a chance to win the game.
Kind of nice to be in the spoilers role. Troy's second place, 8-3 in the conference, and we came in there and tripped them up.
Yeah, they were in first place. I had a chance to be in first place after the game, but we played well, and they did too. But they got 62 points. I thought we really guarded. We shot the ball well. We moved the ball. I thought the motion offense was really good. So it was a good win for us. That's Myron Garden making a beautiful move right there, crossover dribble to go in and get a layup. He's making the most of his minutes right now, still growing as a player, Ray. But he can go off the dribble and create shots for us. It's a beautiful pass over there to Jordan Jefferson for a 3. So this game went back and forth, but we hung tough on the road. That was a really good crowd, probably the best facility in the Sun Belt. It's a great facility. It's a newer facility than the Jack Stevens Center, and it's really beautiful. And the crowd was pretty vocal and pretty loud.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you started your 14th different starting lineup.
Ray, I've pretty much moved past all that stuff, Ray. I asked the guys, I asked Andrew, our trainer, who's available, and I'm going to play who's available. And it's frustrating to sit up there and keep losing games in a row, but to see this team develop, and it's starting to develop, at the right time. And I told my team after practice today, you guys got a chance. Just take it one game at a time. The continuity and the rhythm of these guys, because there's nobody else on the team but this 7 or 8 guys is playing. So they got a rhythm right now, some continuity.
Nicola March out of the lineup again. I want to ask you this right now. Was this the team's most complete game? I know coaches want you to play great for 40 minutes. Nobody plays great for 40 minutes. But was this your team's most complete game?
I thought it was a really good complete game on the road. I thought we took care of the basketball. We guarded. We rebounded the basketball. We defended, and we made shots. And, Jovan came off the bench. You see him right there scoring the layup. He came off the bench and got 18 points and 8 rebounds, so that was a great lift right there. I thought we controlled the tempo of the game by moving the ball from side to side in the motion offense and making those guys guard. And then when we make shots, that energizes us on the other end defensively.
With Nicole out of the lineup, one of the things you've done, you've gone to a motion offense. And talking to Joe Foley, the girls coach, who's won over 800-something games, he says he has girls, players that 2 years in, they still don't understand the motion offense. So you're asking a lot out of your guys.
Well, it's gotten better. I was watching film earlier with my video guy, Grant, and we're talking about when we played UTA here and won in triple overtime, how much better the motion offense is now after those last 4 or 5 games that we've played. We've broken it down. And a lot of teams are having a tough time defending it because you got a lot of smalls out there that's moving around fast. And whoever that 6'10", 6'11" guy has to guard somebody 6'4", 6'5", that's a problem for him. Most teams go to zone.
DJ Smith, double figures, 15 points. He was 2 of 3 on threes. Myron Gardner, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Clutch free throws down the stretch won it for you, Coach.
Yes, he did. He played well. But it was a team win to me. I thought everybody played well. Even though Jordan Jefferson got hurt in the game, I thought he played well. He handled the ball for us. We made some big plays offensively and defensively, and we shared the basketball. We had good spacing. That's Jovan with a wide-open shot off of dribble penetration and some ball movement. So we're going to have to make shots if we're going to win games, right? We don't have any post player. Nicole is out right now, so we have to move the ball. We have to make shots, and we have to get to the free throw line as much as we can.
Jovan Stulich has not shot the ball well this year. That's no secret.
Right.
After every home game, you can look down on the floor. There's one player out here working on his shot. That's Jovan Stulich, and I was thrilled to death with this young man.
I was happy for him. I mean, because at the end of the day, you can shoot all you want in the gym. When those lights come on, the popcorn is on, you got a crazy student section over there going crazy. You have to lock in and be able to make shots, and he made a lot of shots for us in this game. Like I said, he had 18 points and 8 rebounds off the bench. I don't think we don't win that game if he doesn't do that for us.
I talked about their arena. See, it looks like there's people in every seat. That's the color.
That's a T.
That's the color design, and you sprinkle in some. But it was a nice Saturday afternoon crowd. They were honoring a team from '92, I think it was. It scored 248 points in a game.
Was it 48 or 58? Either one is too many.
and the opposing team scored 140 something, which by the way is an NCAA record.
Well, I don't think it's ever going to be broken. I think that record is safe. We don't have to worry about that.
That was a big three right there.
That was a huge
by
three right
Isaiah.
there.
And so Trojans, Little Rock go on and win this one 66-64. Next up for our Little Rock Trojans, we head on the road for the second week in a row. We will make the Texas two-step. We will take on Texas Arlington on Thursday and then head down to San Marcos to take on Texas State. We'll talk more about that in just a moment.
It's time to expect more from yourself, from us, from the typical college experience. UA Little Rock offers world-class programs, including business, computer science, criminal justice, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing. But there's so much more. Expect to be amazed by state-of-the-art facilities. Expect to be challenged by motivated faculty. And expect a welcome place in the heart of Arkansas. University of Arkansas at Little Rock.
Darrell Walker, second time around, we take on the Texas schools. Texas State won here, and we won in triple overtime against UT Arlington. We will start with Arlington on Thursday. What do you remember about those guys? And I know you've seen a lot of video of those guys.
Azor, and some more Azor.
I think he had 30 plus.
37. I think he was 17 for 21 from the foul line. So we're going to have to do a better job on him. They're a well-coached team. They're probably going to be switching on defense and playing some zone, but we got to kind of have to keep the same game plan, except we got to change some things with Azor. We got to get him under control. He can't get 37.
Got to take that left hand away.
Oh, he's a good player. He's a good player. He got 37, but he's been getting 29 on everybody in the conference, so he's doing it to everybody, Ray. It's just not us.
Second game, Texas State. What do you remember about those guys?
Oh, that's going to be physical. That's going to be a physical, low-scoring game. We're going to have to rebound the basketball. We're going to have to do better on the inside guarding their bigs. We didn't do a good job last time we played this team. And we only lost 69-59. We had our chances to win the basketball game. We didn't. That's one time after a loss I felt pretty good. We lost 69-59. Thought we had a legitimate chance to win. Didn't make any shots. So this is our last trip to Texas, so we got to make it a good one.
You know what? This is 2 weeks in a row on the road, and most conferences don't schedule games like that.
No, well, that's a Sun Belt. We don't have to worry about that next year, Ray.
All right, we will close out the home regular season week after next. We've got App State and Coastal Carolina coming in here, and want our fans to know that. And I guess it'll be which one of those Senior Day? That Saturday?
Probably that Friday will probably be Senior Day because we play I do believe Wednesday, Friday I do believe, so Friday will probably be Senior Day. But whether it's Senior Day or not, these kids deserve some fans to come out and support them. They've played hard all year.
I do want to say that this basketball team has given you an awful lot, and they've been through an awful lot.
No, it's been a tough year. We thought last year was bad, and it was, but this year, with 5, 6, 7 guys being hurt, as you said, 14 different lineups, guys being hurt, starting all guards out there. I mean, we've played hard, and going to the tournament, we have a chance to be a dangerous team down in Florida. I truly believe that.
Well, we do know after the win at Troy is that the Sun Belt Conference tournament in Pensacola is going to be wide open.
It's wide open. Anybody could be anybody. I had said that before we lost all our players before the season or the conference started. That I thought the conference was wide open, and that's been proven to be true.
This is our last trip to Texas, and we will take on Texas Arlington, then Texas State. Be back the following week to close out the regular season here at the Jack Stevens Center. You folks have a great rest of the week, and we'll catch you again same time, same place next week.